Hello to all, I Gurmeet Singh welcome you to CREATA classes. In this lecture, we will cover question number 3 of exercise 13.2 chapter statistics for class 10th students. So this is the question number 3. Our first step, we will observe the data. The data is given with respect to the number of families and their expenditure. That is how much these families are expending in the month. The expenditure which is given in rupees. For example, 24 families are expending in the range of 1000 to 1500 rupees monthly. On the larger side, 7 families are expending in the range of 4500 to 5000 rupees monthly. These are the ranges. So these are the data which is given in the question, and we have to find the mode as well as the mean. The modal monthly expenditure and mean monthly expenditure. So you got the question. Let's approach the question. First step, we will find the mean. You can start with the mode or you can start with the mean. It is up to you. We will start with the mean. Here the number of families is the frequency, that is how many times our observation is repeating. Here these all range are the observation. Our first step in calculating the mean is finding xi, which is the class mark. And how we do so? We find the midpoint of the range. For example, the midpoint of 1000 to 1500, it will be 1250. You can use the formula lower range plus upper range upon 2, 1000 plus 1500 upon 2, it will be 1250. Or you can observe the range and you can locate the midpoint. It is up to you. We will observe the range and we will locate the midpoint. The next range 1500 to 2000, the midpoint it will be 1750. Next 2000 to 2500, the midpoint it will be 2250. Next 2750, next 3250, then 3750, then 4250 and 4750. These all are the midpoint of the ranges. We got the value of xi. Now we are having two options, either to go with the direct method in which we calculate fi into xi, or we can go to the next method, that is the assumed mean method. And how we decide in which method we have to go, it depends on the simplicity of the equation. If we apply the direct mean method, we have to multiply fi into xi and the calculation will become tough. So to avoid the tough calculation, we will go with the next method, that is the assumed mean method. And what we do in the assumed mean method, we find a assumed mean. Out of all these values of xi, we assume one of the value as assumed mean and we subtract that value from all the values of the xi. Let's see what I am saying. Here let's locate the midpoint, which is 3250, and let's assume this value as assumed mean, which is a. We got a as 3250, but you are open to take any of the value as assumed mean, the answer will not change. Just for simplicity, we have taken the middle term. Okay. Next step, we will find deviation, which is a next column in the table, which is xi minus a. We will subtract the value of our assumed mean with all of this value. Let's see. So 1250 minus 3250, it will be minus 2000. 1750 minus 3250, it will be minus 1500. Similarly, minus 1000, minus 500, 0, 500, 1000, 1500. Okay, we have simply subtracted the value of assumed mean from all the values of xi. Okay, we got deviation, that is di. Again, we are having two options, either to go with the assumed mean method, which is the current method, or we can go with the next method, which is the step deviation method. And how we decide? Again, we go with the method in which our calculations are simple. Let's check whether we have to go with the next method. For that, we will check whether our values of the deviation are divisible with the class interval or not. Let's see what I mean. Firstly, let's find the class interval, which is the difference of upper limit minus lower limit. Here 1500 minus 1000, we got our class interval h as 500. In all these ranges, our class interval is same, that is h is equal to 500. Now we will check whether we can divide the values of the deviation with 500. If the answer is yes, we will go to the next method, that is a step deviation method, else we will retain the current method. So the answer is yes. We can easily divide all of these values of the deviation with the class interval, which is 500. So we will go with the step deviation method. Let's add one more column, which is UI. Let's divide the value of the deviation with 500. In the first row, we got -4. Next, it is -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. We got the values of UI. Our next step, we will add one more column and we will multiply Fi with UI. Okay. So here let's multiply the frequency with UI. 24 into -4, it is -96. 40 into -3, it is -120. 33 into 2, it is -66. Similarly, -28, 0, 22, 32, and 21. We have multiplied Fi with UI. Now let's take the formula. This is the formula of step deviation method. Here we have to find sum of Fi into Ui and sum of Fi. So let's add all the values of Fi into Ui. We got sum of Fi into Ui as -235. Okay. Similarly, let's also add all the values of Fi, which is sigma Fi. It will comes out to be 200. You can do the addition or you can refer the question in which the data is given regarding 200 families of a village. Okay. So now we can use the formula here. A, that is the assumed mean, is equal to 30 to 50. H, that is the class interval, is equal to 500. So let's put the value, let's solve it. We got our answer, that is mean as 2662.5. That is the answer. We have calculated the mean. Note that this is only one part of the question. In this question, we also have to calculate the mode. So let's proceed with the mode. And how we find the mode? We locate the modal class. And how we locate the modal class? Modal class is a class which corresponds to maximum frequency. So our first step, we have to locate the maximum frequency. Out of all these frequencies, 40 is the maximum frequency. So we will denote this frequency as F1. And we know the class corresponding to our maximum frequency is the modal class. So 1500 to 2000, this class will be the modal class. And we know the frequency before our model frequency, it is F0, and the frequency after our model frequency, it is F2. So F0 it is 24, F2 it is 33. Note that F0, F1 and F2, these all three frequencies are in sequence. Our next step, we will calculate the lower limit of the model class, which is L. So here L, it is 1500, which is the lower limit of the model class. Next step, let's calculate H, which is the class interval. Upper limit minus lower limit, 2000 minus 1500, it is 500, which we have also calculated in the mean calculations. Now we got all the values. Now we can easily use the formula of the mode. This is the formula of the mode. Let's put all the values. Let's solve it. We got our answer, that is mode as 1847.83. This is the answer, that is the mode of the observations. Okay, got it. We have solved this question. We have calculated the mean as well as we have calculated the mode. So students, we have done with this lecture. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture. If so, please like, share and subscribe. And also check out the description for various resources related to class 10th, like the continuing lecture, the lectures related to other topics, and the PDF of the formula list. All this in the description, check it out. So that's it for this lecture. Thank you very much for being with CREATA Classes. Have a great day. Bye for now.